start?
Go ahead.
Okay. Says it's live. We'll give it some time.
Got my comic books.
Nerd with your comical books.
The black hole. Wow.
That's funny.
Micronauts.
You found some good ones today.
Special double-sized issue. Wow. Micronaut.
A 40 center.
Yeah, can you believe way back then in the 40 thump?
Way back.
It was actually, this is some of the, as far as price goes too, crazy good price. $1 a piece. Can't go wrong.
That's a good price.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
It's hard to beat that, so I had to pick them up. And they were a different offering than what he had before. Patrick Russell.
Yeah, some good finds, and we'll share with the class in a little bit here.
Can't wait. Yeah, I got some good comical books, some fun stuff, good reads, and maybe some flips here. I don't know.
Oh, Seth is joining us. He says, good afternoon. Hi there, Seth.
Hello.
So he's our first chatter here. There's Scott in the chat as well.
Okay.
Very cool. We did advertise this in the Mummy and the Monkey Facebook group, and I believe on the Mummy and the Monkey fan page on Facebook. I didn't put it on Instagram or anything like that, but
no,
you shared it, and I thought, well, that'll work.
Is that good enough? I don't
And
know.
if people miss it, they could catch the replay
But
later.
if they're subscribed to the channel, then they'll get like a ding that we're on, right?
Yeah, if they click that notification bell, then they get a little alert on their phone, like, oh, the Mummy and the Monkey are
not
on.
like an Amber Alert where it goes and it blows your phone up. Like
no, it's not that bad. No.
Can we get that something like that?
No. Albert says, hey Janet, James, hey everyone. Hey Albert, hey Wiki Bobby, Jerry's here. Hey guys, okay. Well, hopefully everyone is having a good weekend.
Cheers to the weekend.
Hopefully everyone's having a good weekend, enjoying their summer. It started off nice and cold this morning.
It did. It was cool and overcast.
It was perfect.
Breezy.
Perfect for going to the flea market.
It wasn't like you didn't feel like you're going to sweat you're going to melt or die in the heat of heat exhaustion or sun poisoning.
Right.
The sun poked through a few times, but it was mostly kind of overcast, but not dark. It was just cloudy, I guess you could say. Now it's sunny.
Overcast, and it was kind of cool this morning, so you weren't
perfect.
like sweating your butt off going outside.
Perfect, walking around in the open weather.
Scott says, I got a ding, a notice from YouTube. Cool. Cool.
Like a little ding every now and then.
James has a self-portrait of Grimm on the shirt, says Wiki.
Oh, this is a movie by a very talented independent filmmaker named Addison Bennick, and this is his movie Psycho Ape, and he's doing a part 2. I wish we could be in it. I guess we could if we have either be asked to just to do it, or if we helped crowdfund it. But I should have done that. Yeah, he's a cool dude. It's a fun movie. He wants us to show this movie too. I think we still can.
Yeah. We'd have to make it YouTube appropriate.
Yeah, of course.
We'll just say
I already
that.
started to work. I already was going to do that the one time. We just, I don't know, we just kind of backed down and didn't do it, but we should do it. Hey.
We should.
Maybe for Thanksgiving we could show it.
Yeah, since we can't show King Kong, show an ape movie.
And look who's joining us. It's Louie.
Special guest Louie.
It's Louie Berskowitz. There he is. Hi, buddy.
All right. Doing? So it looks like we've got a little bit of a group here.
Oh, nice.
And that's good. We can get started now.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think so.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Wonder Twin powers activate. Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm James.
I'm Janet.
And you're welcome to another episode of
Living the Scream. The behind the scenes of the Mummy and the Monkey, where we talk about our reselling adventures, selling on eBay, finding cool stuff, scavenging at yard sales, flea markets, and that kind of thing. And then we also go behind the scenes with our characters, the Mummy and the Monkey.
That's right. Talk about the show that we live stream most Friday nights here on our YouTube channel at 9:45 p.m. now Eastern.
8:45.
8:40. That's right. Almost 9.
8:45.
8:45 p.m.
We used to host the show at 9:45.
8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go on usually for like 2 hours, from 9:45 to 11, and then we'll usually do a hangover talk show for another hour. So we're on for almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
On any given Friday night live.
A 3-hour show. A 3-hour show.
Yeah, we tried to screen some sort of like monster science fiction or film noir movie, whatever we could scrounge up and not get taken down or our broadcast, dinged like we did just on this last Friday. If you were lucky enough to tune in, and you can watch the replay. Obviously, everything's archived.
Yeah, episode 209 is on our channel. That original live feed or live stream.
Yeah.
We were originally going to play the movie Tormented.
Which we did before on Facebook,
Which
right?
we did before
2
when
years
we
ago?
would stream on Facebook 3 years before.
Oh.
We've been doing more YouTube the past couple years. And when I uploaded the video files into YouTube, like a good 4 days before we did the show, it said that it had a copyright notice, but that it can stay on the channel, that it just can't be monetized, which is fine because we weren't running ads on the movie.
Maybe we should be on YouTube. Is there such a thing?
So we were starting our live stream, and it shut the movie down.
Yes, I mean,
it just
the
shut it.
The stream was going.
The
still,
stream
correct?
was still going, but it shut the movie down.
What were people saying? I need to go back.
A black screen.
Oh.
And then I think there was some type of notice saying
ooh, we're bad. No,
yeah.
So we scrambled, or as they say now, pivoted. We pivoted. We had to pivot, and I ran to the other television studio here, and grabbed a couple of episodes, or movies that we'd shown in the past that we haven't shown in a while, and we actually asked. We had a choice for the audience people watching to pick was either Satan's School for Girls or
The Dead Don't Die.
The Dead Don't Die.
And everyone picked Satan's School for Girls. Well,
Right.
most people picked it.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, back to school's around the corner. Let's play, Satan's School for Girls.
Yeah, and that was just sort of I guess.
And luckily, that's a movie that we haven't shown in a while.
Yep.
It was also one of those that,
Hi, Lou.
we kind of had in our archives to play again one day. We just didn't realize we'd be playing it again on the fly that quick.
Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, we can roll with the punches here, and
Yeah.
that's the interesting thing about, and the fun thing for me anyway, to do a live broadcast is you never know what you're gonna have to. And sometimes we're just sitting here kind of going through the motions. It feels like, and then but something like that happens, you're like, oh,
And it catches you off guard. Yeah, where you're like, oh, okay, I have to react and keep this going. And
Did you fart, Louie?
did he fart on you?
I smelled something. Somebody did. I'll just say that.
Louie did it.
Wasn't me.
Nah, it wasn't me.
Louie. He's just so relaxed.
He got all excited. He farted on you.
He's just so relaxed right now. Lou. Anyway, so it was fun. We like they say, the old saying, it doesn't matter how you start, it's how you finish. And it's a hangout.
It went okay considering everything going on. And kudos to you guys who were watching Friday night. And
yes.
Grim was up, looking for those other movie files.
I wasn't gone 5 minutes.
We got to chit chat a little bit. People were asking us questions.
I wasn't gone that long.
So that killed some time between.
And essentially, that's what this format is on YouTube. To show a movie. I mean, the reason why we show movies is because we love the art of horror hosting, and we have a horror hosted show. But and how can you be a horror host without hosting a movie? I don't know. We've been asking ourselves that question.
Well, you would be horror-themed characters. You just wouldn't be hosting.
Right. So,
you'd be doing something else.
What's that? I mean, is that? And that's the question. I mean, is being a horror host the thing, or just being these personalities, these characters?
Well, maybe we could do other things with it later on.
We're talking about that. We don't know. We'd like to continue doing a hangout, and maybe it evolves into something else. Who knows? I guess if people watch, as long as they watch, we'll do whatever. But
410 is asking, why does everyone use YouTube? Couldn't you stream it on your own website and cut out the middleman? Yes, in theory you can, but then you have to do it all on your own. Like more fees, more technical stuff going on.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's a lot easier now.
You would have to have like a server. Like I know to start up your own Roku channel, it would be more complicated. And there are some horror hosts that have their own Rokus.
And other people that
they'll stream directly on their website, but it gets to be a little more complicated.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to look into that. I've been saying that from day one. I've been wanting to figure out.
You've suggested
because the middleman is an issue. Because if it's just like working for somebody, as long as you're working for someone, they can call the shots. Yes, is it easier to just be on already with the infrastructure that YouTube had? Of course, you just plug and play, pretty much. But you're at the but that's the thing though, is even if we did that, we still would make sure everything we showed was definitely
public domain
and.
Or with permission if it's an indie movie.
Because that's something we'd still want to, because you could still get in trouble.
You can't just show anything.
No.
You could still get...
And there are places that do, and it's like, and I don't know how they get away with it, but that's, between them and God, I guess, and the powers that be. I mean, there's always a risk of getting a cease and desist or legal issues.
Well, let's not get into that stuff. Lon says, I just signed off and didn't realize you showed something else. He put up kind of like a sad face.
All you had to do was keep going, It's
just stay tuned and
check back. Yeah,
the live stream did not end. Yeah. So luckily it didn't end. We were able to keep it going, even though we had a little bit of a black screen for a while.
Yeah, in a case like that, we've had it happen once or twice where we actually just gave up. But you usually would say something on the social media page.
Yeah, right? I always thought, well, worst case scenario, if the stream ends, maybe we could start a new stream and just talk and hang out. Talk with people and talk movies for a little while and then call it a night.
We've done that before.
Because then at least you're trying to be somewhat entertaining.
Yeah.
And it's not a total wash.
Right. And so, and the amount of prep that we do for these shows, it's, to get ready that night. We hate to just, especially Janet,
I get all dolled up, the makeup and everything.
We don't do it for nothing. So we'll try to scrounge something or salvage something for the night and make it worthwhile. Now, are we going to talk about Mummy and Monkey, or are we going to go do reselling first?
We're going to get into the reselling side of things, and then we could jump back to Mummy and the Monkey.
Right.
We just wanted to do a follow-up on the Friday night fiasco.
Yeah, it was fun. we made the best of it. It was a good time. People liked it, so that's all, man.
Mr. Molto's here. Hello, Molto.
Mr. Molto.
He says it definitely sucks. Yeah, it does suck, but, we try to work around it, and we try to, just try to figure things out.
You got to play by the rules out there.
Trying to play by the rules and everything.
And you don't have a choice, especially if something has, whether the claim is bogus or real, you have to abide by the YouTube rules.
So the claim was, Shout Factory says that they own Tormented.
They own everything.
Shout Factory claims a lot of movies that
probably own, whatever.
are in the public domain, but... they put out a new Blu-ray version of it or something. So then then they want to say everything's theirs. Well, Shout Factory is a bigger company, and I don't want to deal with that. So if they say they own it, sure, whatever. We'll just play something else.
Yeah, that's fine. We got a lot, and again, we could just hang out if we had to and just show other stuff. There's always shorts we could show, things like that. We'll have some we talked about that too, having like backup stuff every episode too to go to. But all right, on to reselling. We had quite an adventure this morning at the flea market. Got up early and got there. Actually, we went there Saturday morning first, but then there were like a handful of vendors there. But as soon as we got there, about 8:00, there was a guy running around saying, telling people, all the vendors to pack up and go because they weren't supposed to even be there that morning because there's the county fair going on.
I found like a handful of things, like some little jewelry pieces Saturday morning. But that's it. I didn't find anything else there. And we just thought, well, we'll go back Sunday morning or maybe check out an estate sale or something like that. Because the fair, there's also a fair going on at the fairgrounds. Where they usually have this particular flea market.
Yeah, so there was some kind of horse show or something that's supposed to go on that Saturday. Anyway, but Sunday's the bigger day at the flea market and way more vendors and more deals to be had and stuff to find. And it's exactly what we did today. We went there and you bought more than I did, I think, this time.
I think so, and I wasn't expecting that at all.
No, it's usually the other way around. But found some fun stuff. There's one vendor there who has everything's $1. And I guess she does clean out, so she had this really weird mix of stuff. Mm-hmm. And first thing I saw was this, not like a Miller High Life, right? But wait, I know it was kind of heavy. I'm like, what's it filled with cement? She goes, no, it's a safe, and it's like one of those twist off things. You put your weed in it type of safe.
So it's like a stash box.
Yeah, I'll bet any money that's what someone did with this.
So someone made that?
Yeah, it looks kind of homemade.
Yeah, it looks like it's homemade.
It's got foam in there. It's got some kind of like brown bottle.
We'll show it to the camera.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, it is what it is.
So it's like,
But
a stash box
it's
or
pretty
something.
cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And it
A
really,
bank, you could put coins in there.
yeah. Oh, I see this. Okay, that's how they did it. So
Hide your key.
put your weed in it.
Yeah,
But
or that.
Oh, $1, I could probably flip this real easy. What else did I? We were doing show and tell.
Yeah, we could do some show and tell.
Okay. This is, I think, the first thing I bought was this.
And then I could show some things.
Scooby-Doo and
A
Scrappy.
Scooby-Doo puzzle. That's really cute.
Yeah, it's got. Well, I bought it because it has Scrappy Doo in it. I don't know if it's really worth anything. I just thought it was kind of fun. I'll try to flip it, but I don't think I see too much Scrappy Doo. I think stuff with Scrappy Doo does okay.
Yeah, you don't see him around as much.
Put him up.
He annoyed me when I.
Yeah, I didn't like him
he
either.
always annoyed me. I didn't like Scrappy.
Even as a kid, we were like, why are they crowbar this? What is this? Come on, Uncle Scoob.
Yeah, the puzzles I don't really mess with. I know you always pick up puzzles here and there, but
Scrappy-Doo. They try to replace Shaggy with him. I think they did, a lot of.
No, Shaggy was still around.
He was there, but I think
they were trying
they gave him more.
Add Scrappy Doo maybe for younger kids or something, but
yeah,
I didn't like him.
I think who did the voice for him?
I don't know.
Oh shoot, not it wasn't. Oh gosh, I can't think of his name.
Well, let's continue on. We'll think of it later.
Voice actors are so big now, people like them.
So I've got a bag here of things.
Yeah.
And then I got this for $2, and I don't know if I'm going to keep it or sell it because I love vintage, kitschy chalkware.
I think it was Don Messick is the guy that did the voice.
This is a little chicken, a little chalkware chicken. Thought that was really cute.
Bok, bok, bok.
And then, I grabbed some Barbie dolls that were 2 for $5.
Ooh.
Some of them look like they're from the 1980s. So I do deal with a lot of doll stuff. I know it's not as fascinating to.
Oh, it's not that exciting.
It's not
boring.
as exciting to the guys that watch us.
Oh, doll! I said dull stuff.
Well, dolls, they're might be dull to
one word, one letter
viewers.
different. Yeah. No,
but
it's not dull.
These are from this one's
Barbie.
definitely 1980s. The clothes are new, but
wow. Pink.
Yeah, that outfit's from the 90s. Here's an Asian Barbie or a Hawaiian Barbie.
You can make your own Barbie movie now.
Yeah, I could. And then I grabbed these also. They're little like Hong Kong toys, little telephone toys.
The little plastic play phones.
Yeah.
With a little jingle bell.
They have like a little jingle bell. They're really cute.
So they ring.
They're from the 1960s, like something that you would get at like the drugstore or D&K.
Little drugstore toys.
Yeah, like the discount store.
Got multiples, which is nice.
But yeah, there's 3 there. 3 or 4 of them?
There's 4. One pink, 1 3 blue.
Okay.
I found comic books.
See, now that's more entertaining for the guys that watch us.
So yeah, I found some other comics which they're a little beat up, and these are the more interesting ones. There's a guy who's selling these for $1 a piece, which is real cheap for old comics. Even if they're a little beat up. But I apparently got the first the 3 issues of The Black Hole, the Disney space movie. I mean, they got water damage, but for me, these are kind of readers and just fun to look at. I don't know if I'll flip any of these. I might. I bought some old Western comics off of him from the 50s.
Ooh, some of them are fun to look through. We do like to look through old comics.
With the Lone Ranger and all. Some of those are actually worth a couple of bucks.
But you have the better eye for the comic stuff, so I just let you do your thing, and whatever you pick out, I'll also look through.
This was a favorite of mine, not the Cougar title, but this company Atlas Comics, which was sort of almost like when what was it? Image Comics came around, when Todd McFarlane and Liefeld and those guys got together.
I guess so.
And they did Spawn.
I know of Spawn
They created their own comic group.
Yeah, I know of Spawn.
They all left Marvel and DC, and these guys got together, a bunch of guys, and started their own comics group. Well, way before that, in the 70s, Atlas Comics was sort of like that. Bunch of artists. I don't know if they left anywhere, but they definitely got together and did their own thing. And this is one of the titles they put out, The Cougar. And it's not about a middle-aged woman looking for a date.
That'll be me in a few years.
It's about. I think this guy was a stunt man or something. I have to read this one. I don't even know if I have this, but he's fighting a werewolf in this one. Pretty cool. Charlton Comics, also known as Modern Comics, which is like a cheap drugstore version of reprints of these Charlton Comics. Creepy Things issue. Micronauts. Hey, cool. I used to collect these when I was a kid. I remember buying.
Oh yeah, those toys are collectible.
I remember this
the Micronaut toys.
Oh, the Micronaut toys. Forget about it.
Oh yeah,
those
aren't they really hard to find?
they're hard to find and they're expensive. They bring good money. But I found a bunch of issues of Micronauts, which are just, again, take me back to another time.
Jerry's asking, what about old magazines, Janet? Do you like looking through those? Yes, I love the old ads in retro magazines. And the one, like, if we find magazines that are like really beat up, sometimes I'll cut them up and do like decoupage art with it. Like, I have an old suitcase that I took 1940s fashion illustrations and cut them out and put them on there. You know, I should show that sometime.
Yeah, and there was those other ones that we found at the Savers. We were gonna do a video on that. It's a little dark and a little. It's even though it's an old crime. It's a crime thing.
Yeah, it's a true crime magazine from the 1930s, and true crime stuff is like popular with podcasts.
Right, and these who knew that there were magazines that were out in the 30s that were pretty graphic.
It was graphic.
Yeah, and if they didn't show things, they explained them in great detail, and they covered these. There was we found 2 magazines at a Savers, and I forgot the girl's name. Dang it, I can't remember.
We'll save it for when we want to do a video.
But it was sad because I'll just really quick say that the sad thing about them is that the murder in there, these magazines belong to the murder victim's mother. It was a young girl that was murdered, her and some friends. Really bad. It was a big thing.
It was really sad.
Yeah, and apparently, I did a little research because written on the front of the magazine, it's like about the girl, whatever the girl's name was, handwritten, and we figured out that it must have been the mother's magazine's copies of those the murder coverage. Yeah. But really sad. But wow, the stuff. Because
when we found those magazines, we found out she passed away recently. So.
Right, but on a happier note,
let's switch gears here.
House of Yang comics and Judo Master.
Some martial arts comics.
Yeah, these were fun to read.
Those are fun.
These are reprints, but they're fun. The Spirit, which is one a lot of people might be familiar with. Will Eisner. The 4D Monkey.
Connie says she loves comics.
Love them. Yeah, we've been picking up comics. And here's I like independent comics, weird stuff. This one looks like it's from 1977. It's called Parsifal.
Parsifal? Some fantasy comic book.
Yeah, indie fantasy comic, which looks great. I'll read that.
That's cool.
But anyway, that was the $18. And he actually told me to pick out 2 more just to make it 20. It's like very nice.
All right.
Ooh, glassware.
Yes. So I don't know if this has any value at all.
It does.
But this is a little ceramic trinket box, and underneath it says made exclusively for Oscar de la Renta perfumes. So it was like a gift box or something for Oscar de la Renta, which is a nice designer.
Yep.
So for $1, I'm like, why not?
I mean, he lives in a garbage can and he's on Sesame Street.
That's the different Oscar.
Oh, the Grouch, not Oscar. I thought he was Italian.
And then this is pretty sweet. So this is Pyrex, but it has this metal frame with a metal handle, like aluminum probably. Oh. And then it says Pyrex underneath. And then it has a lid with like flowers on it. They originally were asking $10 for it, but she said everything was $1.
Oh, nice.
So I got this Pyrex.
Was that from there? Was from the same? Yeah, the
same
Dollar
people
Woman.
Where everything was $1. So this is probably from the 1930s or 1940s.
That old, huh?
Yeah, it looks older.
She buys I don't know if those are storage lockers because a lot of stuff this had like an auction sticker on it, like a number.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's all beat up, but
people get this stuff from all over, auctions, clean outs.
I think she does like a Gonzo thing where she goes to an auction and buys a bunch of junk.
Just anything, yeah.
And then it's like there's some gold in there.
And then let's see.
But she just blows it out by charging. She probably takes out the good stuff that she likes and wants to flip.
I'm sure.
And then this is all the other junk left over.
This is the junky stuff that they don't want to deal with, but we do.
Yeah.
So what's this one? Oh, I forgot about this. Okay. So this is really cool and retro.
Oh, wow.
I think it's a little vase or maybe a toothbrush holder or something, but it's a little fish. And it has a cute retro look,
They opened up on the top.
Yeah, and it has a little opening on the top. So I think it's either a small vase.
Is it marked?
Let me see. There's a piece of tape. It looks like someone wanted $8 for it.
Gee, what kind of tape is that? Ew.
It's marked Japan underneath.
Oh, so it's 50s.
So that has
60s.
to be 1950s.
Yeah, that's nice.
Or early 60s. So yeah, it's just a super cute.
No chips.
No chips.
Looking good.
Yeah, no chips.
How that stuff survived? I don't know.
I don't know. It's amazing. And then I grabbed These are silver plates. They're dated 19...
No, they're silver spoons. They're not silver plates. What are you talking about?
WM Rogers. 1904 is the patent. So let me try to hold these up closer. But they have a really cool design, like almost like an Art Nouveau design. I don't think it'll show up on here, but I don't know. Everything was so cheap. I grabbed a bunch of these thinking, maybe someone would want them to complete a set. Or to, some people use them for arts and crafts. Like they'll take these spoons and they'll make jewelry out of the handles. Like they'll turn them into rings.
Yep. Pretty cool.
1904, some antique spoons.
Cool. What else?
Also, what else is in here? Oh, just miscellaneous. Here's like Mary and Joseph and Jesus. It's from a nativity set. They're marked Italy. And I know with the nativity sets, if someone's missing pieces, they might just order the piece.
Are they finger puppets?
No, they're not.
You're what? I'm pregnant. Oh, I didn't. What the?
Okay, don't do that.
And you can even do that with you.
Blasphemy. Oh, and this thing. Oh, I'm lucky that didn't break.
These are probably late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah, they're retro.
Yeah.
And then this is like a little trinket box that has like a flower design on there. It's hand painted, and I think it's marked Germany underneath. It has some kind of marking. Looks like a German name. So that's pretty cool.
Hey, everybody. We got a new show on we can do.
No, let's not do that.
It's the Mary and Joseph Show.
No.
Guest starring Baby Jesus.
No. No blasphemy on the Mummy and the Monkey.
What do you blasphemy?
Well, I don't want to upset anybody.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just, these are just plastic figures. They're not real people.
All right.
All right, here you go. But what they represent is holy. I know. Here you go.
There we go.
No disrespect. I just have. Come on. It's
he's just immature.
They get the context. They get the context. It's supposed to be comedy/entertainment. This show.
All right. So, Gothling says a very happy Sunday to everybody and all the best to you, Janet James. Looking forward to your well-deserved induction into the Horror Host Hall of Fame. Thank you, Stevie Gothling.
We'll be talking about that in a little bit here.
Stevie Gothling's an amazing Gothic artist.
He is.
He does some really cool art.
He is. Really cool stuff. Yeah.
You got Albert laughing.
I see that. Crying laughing.
And Kevin says, I love 70s, early 80s comic books.
Yeah. I mean, that's my favorite era, too. 70s, especially Marvel in the 70s. Even if the inside art wasn't that good, the covers were just amazing. But
yeah.
But there was a lot of great inside art, interior art, stories, everything. Here's the last thing I'll show and tell is this. You looked at this and passed on it. The guy wanted $20, and I paid the $20 for it. It's a Hazel's marionettes, which I didn't know anything about, but I just thought it was in such a nice condition.
It is really cool. So I was thinking of getting this one, but I already have a marionette in my eBay store that hasn't sold, and I've had it listed over a year.
I looked up the solds on these, and they do sell.
Maybe that one would be better. I don't know.
Hazel or Alice.
So I decided not to go with another marionette.
But they had Blondie and Dagwood. The really cool thing about this is the catalog.
Yeah, the paperwork it comes with.
And they apparently had a Blondie and Dagwood, which is kind of neat. I wish I would have found one of those. That would be more popular. But yeah, they got Howdy Doody.
Howdy Doody.
I think so. That's not so.
Howdy Doody, and what's the clown? Is that Clarence the clown?
Clarabelle.
Clarabelle the clown. Clarabelle the clown.
And then they have all kinds of, but I don't know. It's just
all kinds of characters.
Interesting,
from the 50s or whatever.
But this alone is kind of. But I already listed her for like $75 or something. So we'll see.
She's in great condition.
We'll see. Yeah.
So at $20 was a very fair price.
I think so. So
it's just
and the boxes here.
I was thinking, I already have a marionette, and it's still sitting.
Only one marionette
in
my
inventory.
Per reseller. And it was purchased at FAO Schwartz in New York City.
Wow.
There's an old price tag.
Has the old tag.
Doesn't have the price of it. It just says FAO Schwartz, New York. But anyway.
What did I do with all the jewelry stuff?
It's around.
I had a bunch of jewelry too. I was going to show some of it.
It's around.
Well, but that's okay. I got a bunch of costume jewelry too, and I got some sterling silver jewelry.
Check out our eBay store. Check out my eBay store. We don't have the links to that, but
the links are actually in the video description below if you're watching us on YouTube.
You can see what stuff. I just listed about 10 or 11 things. So.
And our store links are on themummyandthemonkey.com if you scroll down a little bit.
Yeah, so it's all there. But very cool, stuff today. It was fun, like I said. Got to meet some, we met some cool people. You got some contacts again, Yes,
there's a really nice person who vends there that she's got some other vintage things that she said she's going to save for me, and I'm going to meet up, with this person to shop her wares.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah, that's always good. I mean, that's the fun thing too, is to actually shop off the grid.
Yeah, before the other people could get to it.
And she likes us and we like her, and so it's a it's a
she's
good
super
thing.
nice.
Oh, super nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
But but I think so other stuff like reselling things. You use anything on eBay?
So eBay's been pretty steady. I've actually. There's a lot of people who complain about the summer slowdown, where during the summer months sales are slower and it might be more difficult to get by. I'm really grateful that I haven't had that, but I also have been spending more on more stuff to put into the store. And I was looking for things that were a little bit nicer and things that I thought people like. I'm trying to be a little more picky, but I also want nice things in the store too, and stuff that's easy to ship. I'm looking at more smaller items, and if I do ship breakables, like something small like that, the biggest I would go is probably that Pyrex container.
Yeah, I just listed something today that I bought a while back, and it's like a crazy thing I found, and I just knew it was old when I saw it. I'm talking about like from the 1700s old. It's a little, it's called, it's made in England. It's a creamware. It's like a little teapot, and it looks old. I mean, you could just see the age of it, right?
Don't show it here because I'm afraid if you grab it out of storage, it would break or something.
But if it's on my it's in my store. But it's like, and it's got this like this thing printed on it. I don't know if people could see that there. It's got this saying printed on it, and again, it just reeks of looking like something very old.
Yeah.
And when I did the research on it, it's like probably late 1700s. I just listed that for like a lot, and I already got a watcher on it. So,
I think it'll do fine.
We'll see. I mean, but I just didn't do anything with it. I've had it for almost a year.
Yeah,
and I just didn't know what to do with it.
It came up in conversation today, and I'm like, well, why didn't you list that?
I don't know, because I don't want to underprice it or overprice it. So in this case, I priced it crazy. That way, someone could talk. I mean, I have a minimum I take for it.
Yeah.
That I think it could be worth in just general, but I don't want to underprice it and someone.
Sometimes I think it's better to have the price higher and then have best offer, because worst case scenario, you can always lower the price. I always worry about underpricing things.
Absolutely.
Sometimes.
Oh, and we've done that before.
And I've done that many times.
You list something in 2 seconds after you list it.
It's sold within 2 seconds.
Wait a minute.
Then I'm like, and then when you look at to see who bought it, it's like someone else with an eBay store.
That's
so
okay.
I'm like, oh, okay, they bought it for their store.
That's fine. I mean, I can't control that.
Because there are eBayers that will source on eBay.
Sure.
Because they just know that little bit more than you do.
Right. And there's all kinds of weird techniques you could use, like a common misspelling.
Yeah.
If somebody, if there's an H, let's say in a word that people forget to put in, people will search that, and because the people, what they'll do is they'll search, they'll try to find a comp, and they can't because they're spelling the thing wrong. But so they'll list it at some price that's real low because they couldn't find a comp because they're spelling it wrong. But
I think that's
other
how
people
I
that
got.
know how to do that, Froggy is how you got.
Yeah, that's how I bought Froggy the Gremlin. I think it was misspelled
One
or
of these guys.
Yeah, not that one, but a smaller one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I only got one of these guys for $10 like several years ago.
Yeah, so it's weird, like
because they just put it in as like vintage rubber frog. They didn't put it in eBay as Froggy the Gremlin.
Right, and they didn't.
So I was looking vintage rubber frog and found it.
Yeah, because they didn't know what to call it other than that, and they couldn't find a comp to match it.
But that's okay. Froggy's safe
so
here.
It's all is fair in love and war and reselling apparently. Pretty much all is fair, but that's fine. I mean, but what you don't want to do is underprice it so much. You know what I mean? But if you do,
you just learn from it and move on.
Yep. Learn fast on that.
Learn from it, move on. The Bargain Barons are here.
Hey.
Awesome.
You were just watching some of their videos right before our show the other night.
Yeah, Friday when we get ready for the Harry Scary Hangout, I watch to see what they upload. I think Friday is when they show their haul videos.
Yep.
If you're a channel member of the Bargain Barons, you could be a bargain buddy.
Hey, check them out. Yeah, good stuff.
But I'm really grateful that sales have been steady when other sellers have complained that sales are slow. And it's I I look to see I see the value in things that other people pass up or don't value.
Well, there's so much stuff out there.
Because there's so much stuff out there.
You know, and
the video games and like
that's the first
comic books. Some of those might be more sought after than other things that I.
Well, there's other stuff out there. We're trying to say there's stuff that most people resellers even overlook. I mean, jewelry. I mean, a lot of people like jewelry, but it's very tedious, and you have to know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Obviously. I mean, that goes for everything. I get that. I don't want to sound like I figured something out.
It's great when I can go through the costume jewelry, or if I'm able to buy just a whole box of costume jewelry and I'm looking through it and I find gold and silver in there.
That particular...
Which actually happened.
But yeah, and even the costume, which I think is a great, like a misleading term, because it sounds like, you know, specifically speaking about about jewelry and stuff, people think, of course, diamonds and gold and silver are way up there.
But when it's not actual diamonds, or when it's fake, it's rhinestone and it's like
what I'm saying is that the term costumes, it's just costume, but there's
even some costume jewelry
so much money
that's worth a lot.
Right.
And I've learned that.
But I like that term.
I've had some costume jewelry auctions where I'm like...
But the term is great because you can go...
I'm like, oh, they bid that much?
Because I know you do it, you of course you do it, because you go, do you have any costume? Or, that's just costume, in other words. Yeah, there's also great costume, good makers and... There's different brands and stuff or designers that are sought after.
Yes.
And you're good at finding
certain names and things like that. Because, today I paid up, I got 3 pieces of sterling silver jewelry. They're, in another bag over there somewhere.
Yeah.
But I think I paid, $32 for the 3 pieces. And you're like, oh, you spent a lot on those, yeah?
I never saw you drop that. You mean you bought it a 50-cent thing and you dropped $30. I'm like, what did you buy that stuff for? That's weird.
Well, one of the rings is a Navajo artist. A native indigenous artist. Yeah. And then another piece has some other artist signature on it. Right. And then the bracelet has gemstones that look really nice. So I paid $32 for all 3 pieces, and one of the rings could go for $40.
And they'll pay for it.
And then everything else is, gravy.
As they say, gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean but you're confident enough to do that. See, I when it comes to jewelry, I'd have to look everything up.
And what was nice is I bought some sterling silver at the scrap price. So sometimes if you are dealing with someone who sells sterling silver and they want to weigh it and sell it at the scrap price, if it's an artist signed thing,
you're getting
it could be worth more than the scrap weight or the scrap price.
Yeah, because you'd sell it as a designer.
It's going to be sold as a designer jewelry piece rather than, hey, it's sterling, it weighs this many grams.
And the good thing about costume, there's so much of that. And I even asked you, I said, who's buying costume jewelry from you? You paid a nickel for that, and then someone's buying it for $50. I'm like, but why are they? You said there's certain people that wear it.
There are certain people that wear it. If when I look up certain costume jewelry brands on Instagram, there are ladies who will show their vintage jewelry collections off. They will wear them out, to dress up and go somewhere. They'll wear it.
But
it's really cool that people, even there's younger ladies now that are appreciating those vintage pieces.
And I handed you a $75 piece today that we got.
You did. You found a costume jewelry pin. You looked up the markings on the back, and you showed me. You're like, hey, you should get this one.
Yep. Threw it in the pile.
And that's the one that I overlooked. So thank you.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, I think anybody would, especially the pin I picked out, you look at this thing and go, it's just a dog with it's a cartoony looking dog.
It's like a dog with rhinestones. It looks kind of
gaudy.
It's gaudy.
Looked it up. Ooh,
people like gaudy. People like bling and
souls are what? Okay, put that in a pile.
So let's read some comments.
I'm learning.
Denise is talking about her cats. Bargain Baron says the vintage costume jewelry called Sherman, made in the 50s, are made from I always mess up this name. Swarovski crystals. I always mess up that pronunciation.
Got it. You did.
And the value has risen sharply over the last few years.
We know they look
into the hundreds of dollars now. Karen has a large Sherman jewelry collection. Yeah, we have never found. I've never found Sherman jewelry.
I know we look for it.
Never once. I do look for it. I do find Weiss sometimes. There was a flea market vendor selling a Weiss jewelry set, and it was a beautiful set, blue and green, really big rhinestones, all clustered. earrings and a brooch. She wanted $75 for the set. It was more than what I wanted to spend. I know it's probably worth $75. Weiss is a good brand for costume jewelry.
Trifari. There's all
Trifari,
kinds of...
some of the Trifari is good. It depends on what it is. Yeah.
There's so, I mean, again...
But some of the guys watching this probably think that's boring. So I don't really go into too many details about the jewelry or Barbies.
But one of the YouTube channels you watch is that one dude and his friend Peaches.
Oh yeah, it is funny. There is a dude on YouTube I watch. He's this like a country bumpkin type of guy.
I think
it might be a character.
I think they put on the way they are.
Yeah.
The way they kind of talk.
Well, they're from down south, and they really play up the twang.
He wears a trucker hat.
And he wears the trucker hat and blue jeans, and
he looks like something off of Reno 911.
He's like, hey cousins, I'm Rusty the Reseller.
Yeah.
And his videos are very informative. So even though his character is really goofy, and he's like this, country folk person.
But your main guru or sensei was Blue Bus Dave.
Blue Bus Dave really had good.
Who doesn't do videos anymore.
He hasn't done videos in over a year.
But this was another kind of gruff guy, would walk around and he would
look for the vintage pins that were big and sparkly and gaudy, and he would put them on auction and people would buy them.
Yeah, and he knew his stuff. And that's where you learned a lot of that, in the beginning from guys. So there you go. So
well, and it's very common. Like it's something that you can usually find at almost every yard sale or flea market or thrift
everywhere.
store.
And there's usually at least one good piece. It might take you a lot to go through, but
and then it takes time to figure out what's good and what isn't too. There's I've picked up stuff where I'm like, oh, why did I buy that? And then I donate it back.
Yep. Oh, tons of stuff like that.
So let's read some comments.
Yeah, please do.
Denise likes Sarah Coventry and vintage Avon. Yeah, some people collect vintage Avon. Yeah. Sarah Coventry has some really nice pieces, but I noticed with Sarah Coventry the resale value isn't that great. But if I get a Sarah Coventry brooch for $1, I can put it on eBay for $10. They usually go between 10 and 15 for most of those pieces. But some of them are really nice and sparkly. They're cute.
What else?
Look up Sherman jewelry on eBay and Etsy. You'll see the value is getting out of hand. Yeah, the collector's market is really picking up steam with some of that stuff. Yeah, Bargain Barons is right.
Sherman Tank comes up. Hold on.
Wiki says, I like some rings, but most from comic or cartoon characters, and always looking for biker rings. Yeah, you might be able to find some of those at flea markets, Bobby.
Look at this Sherman thing for $475.
Yeah, some of them are really high dollar.
$1,400 for this.
Yeah.
Vintage piece. Wow.
So,
but see, if you saw that, I know you'd pick it right up.
Oh, definitely. Even if I didn't see a Sherman marking on it.
I have bought
even some pieces that are unsigned, if they're big and gaudy with a cool design.
Did you tell the story? You told that story about the...
No. Well, I don't remember.
The Paisley?
I don't remember if I did.
Tell it. It's a good one.
Well, one brooch that I purchased somewhere for... I think it was only like $5.99. I put it on auction because it looked strange and unusual.
You almost didn't buy it.
I don't want to go into,
But you almost didn't buy it. Right?
No. Well, I was thinking about it, and I didn't put it back. I was thinking about it, and I thought, well, it's only $5.99. I want to try it.
$5.99.
Because it had some unusual looking stones, even though it was costume, but it looked very 1960s.
And what I know.
And I put it on auction, and it sold for almost $600.
And when I remember us walking out of the store with it, and I was like, "Oh, that's nice." I'm like looking and thinking, like,
you're probably like, "Why did you buy this ugly thing?"
It didn't look like anything. I mean, and
I'm like, "There's
I wouldn't."
I just had I'm like, "There's something to this."
I was shocked.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe.
There's something to it.
You were totally right about. Even though it wasn't any designer, right?
It might have been an unsigned designer piece, and I didn't know who the designer was.
But see how nutty that is?
So I thought, let the shoppers decide. Let them bid on it. So I think I put it up for I think I might have, I don't remember. I might have started it at like $50 free shipping.
And there was that war. It just went on and
on.
And
there was a bidding war.
Which was, and they paid for it and everything.
It was someone in New York that bought it.
An unsigned
and I'm thinking,
piece.
I'm thinking the person that was the high bidder, knew what it was, it could have been worth even more.
Absolutely, but the point is, with talking about jewelry, real quick, and we'll wrap it up with that.
Yeah,
is that even though signed stuff and the stuff you can research, there's some stuff you can't. So that's crazy. I mean, how many pieces do you think you put down and could have been worth that much or more? You never know.
Well, I can't. I just have to keep going forward.
I know, it's crazy
because that kind of thought would drive you crazy.
I know. I just said that.
Yeah.
So there are rules, and then there's knowledge, and then there's just guessing.
And then like little trinkets like music boxes, vintage ladies compacts, vintage men's lighters. So there we go, like some guy stuff, because not all the people watching are interested in ladies' jewelry.
It kills me when I'm at the flea market or at a yard sale by myself. You're not there. I see stuff. I'm like, man.
Because I've sold some vintage.
I don't even know
lighters if I pick them up cheap for a couple bucks. Sometimes they go for like 20, 30, 40 bucks.
This one guy last week when I went by myself, he had to, and I didn't buy it because he wanted $20 for it. It could have been really good. He thought it was a pill box, but it was a little purse, metal purse, like old vintage. And you open it up, it has a lipstick compartment.
Oh.
And it had.
What did they want for it?
$20. And they had a little chain for the handle.
I would have probably.
I didn't know anything.
Either got that for 20 or asked if they'd take 15.
It didn't matter. I didn't know anything about it.
And then I would see if there's any maker's mark on it. Some of those are real collectible. And the vintage brass lipstick tubes. Yeah. Some of the vintage and antique ladies like little metal and mesh purses. What other accessories? Sometimes men's cufflinks, but that could be tricky because not all of them are worth something.
Well, you found some bowling ones today, didn't you?
Some bowling ones. Yeah. Cufflinks and a tie pin.
Yeah, pretty neat.
That might be like a $10 item, but it was only $1, so I thought it was cute to put in the store for some like person that likes
hipster bowler will buy those.
Yeah, like a hipster dude that likes bowling.
Yeah. So hey, do you want to get on to Mummy Monkey?
Let's switch gears here, and we could talk about behind the scenes with the Mummy and the Monkey. Yeah. And if you guys have any comments, questions, complaints,
keep them to yourself.
No, you could put it in the comment section below. Don't be too mean.
I'm playing Mad Libs here with your saying. No, I'm just joking.
Albert says, I love old desktop lighters from the 60s, 70s, and 50s.
You sell those all the time.
There was a vintage ashtray from the 1970s that I bought, I think during the winter time. I found it at a thrift shop, and I paid maybe $8. And it was like a red glass, and it was a thick glass, and it was kind of like an orb shape, like a sphere. And I'm like, well, that looks really cool. That looks very mod and, very 70s. So I put it, I did some research, and it ended up being like a $50 ashtray. So.
All right, Mummy Monkey.
Mummy Monkey stuff.
Yes,
okay.
Switch those gears.
Let's switch gears here. And if you guys like chatting with us, thank you, Bargain Barons. You can give the video a thumbs up.
Hopping.
We do appreciate it.
The big news is that we're on our way to Horror Hound, Indiana this weekend.
Horror Hound, Indianapolis.
Indiana,
yeah.
To be inducted into the Horror Host Hall of Fame. Crazy, huh?
Wow. It hasn't sunken in yet that this is actually a thing and we're doing this.
But yeah, I mean, we started out doing this because we love the art form and we grew up watching similar shows, and it's a total creative outlet for a lot of stuff that we like to do, like create characters and entertain. You were doing acting before this.
Yes.
In some independent movies, and I'm just a ham. I was voted class clown and best and class artist, so I get to use all of that stuff, for our show, and we get to learning how to edit film and stuff. Even though it's still a work in progress, but it's something that we learned and we had fun with, and it's doing everything ourselves. I don't know. It's just there's something satisfying about it, and then having people that
actually care about what you do and like it.
Even crazier.
Or have fun and they chime in and they
I guess
are
it's
part
like,
of the show, and
it's very much like I always compare it to like a band. I mean, why people join bands, and they may never get famous or make it to that next level, but so why they play? Because they like the art form, they like to express themselves, and that's what this is. It's a way to express ourselves and entertain through entertainment, and that's what we try to do. And let's face it, the internet. Not only YouTube, but the internet itself, streaming possibilities have opened up those opportunities for people that want to just, pick their nose or whatever they want to do on camera.
Hold that thought. This is going back to the resale. Kevin,
Switching gears.
this is a good comment.
Yeah.
Kevin says, I bought a bunch of old Dungeons & Dragons books for $200. In the pile was a super rare book, sold it for $3,600.
Oh.
Wow, now that's a good bolo. Yeah,
I would've bought
Dungeons
those.
and Bolo is be on the lookout. And Dungeons & Dragons stuff, vintage D&D stuff is very good.
I have to, you know what I got?
Yeah.
I have hundreds of little pewter Dungeons and Dragons pieces from the early 80s.
You still need to sort through
from
those.
late 70s, early 80s. I know.
Yeah.
I sorted through them all, but now I have to figure out what they are and then list them.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got like I said, hundreds of these things. They're like the little pewter playing pieces.
Right.
A whole dragon. It's all in pieces and stuff. And it's like nutty, but I know. I'm getting to it. I mean, I know it's gonna be good. And I go like this. It's gonna be good.
And Sean is watching. He says, you totally deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you. I get, we've been doing it for like over 10 years, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, I thought for sure, 30, 40 year career, but,
Mr. Molto says, can't wait.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He'll be inducting us into the Hall of
Mr.
Fame.
Molto will be inducting us into the Horror Host Hall of Fame. Mr. Molto has a cool YouTube and Facebook page.
Yes,
and
go check out him.
He's got a cool like Grim Reaper type of character.
His show's great. I like the sound effects and stuff like that.
And his humor is fun.
Yeah, I like that. He gets it. He's one of the one of the guys that get it. And Slash Cooper will be hosting
the event.
Slash and Roxy
from Slash's Graveyard Tales.
Ooh, yeah, he'll be hosting the whole event, and it's a 2-hour deal from 11 to 1, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
On Saturday, so it'll be fun to be there and kibitz and mingle and rub elbows and whatever else.
So we'll be there just for that Saturday, for like a good chunk of the day.
In character, yeah. So it'll be fun. I mean, we're looking forward to it. I haven't been to a Horror Hound I've never been to the Indianapolis, Indiana one.
That convention center is huge.
This again. We talked about.
I went to a few conventions there in the past.
I've never been.
One was Gen Con. It was mostly tabletop gaming. And then another one was Days of the Dead, Indianapolis.
You ever been to Gen Neutral Con?
No.
It's that new one.
What?
Gen.
You're trying to make a joke here.
Gen Newt? I don't know.
Definitely better than Delphos. Oh, that one show. That collectible show.
Was that Molto?
Molto said that.
That thing was crazy. It was a lot of fun because we got to hang out with everybody.
Yeah.
It was like a meeting. It was like that rare meeting. It reminded me of a Horror Hound a little bit, how all the horror hosts a lot of them are there. But it was fun because we got to finally meet those guys.
Get to meet everybody at least. Yeah, so there was some good from that show.
We broke bread and we hung out and we had fun amongst ourselves, but... Well, I mean, they had cool toys there.
Yeah, and Bargain Baron says Google Lens is your best friend when it comes to researching things. Yeah, a good chunk of the time Google Lens is very helpful.
Yeah, big time. Yeah,
and
we love it. Yeah.
And the Toy Painter one says post the pewter figurines to your page. Some of the figure nerds can help you identify them.
I actually joined a Facebook because there's a Facebook group for everything pretty much. And I joined a Facebook group that helps identify Dungeons and Dragons stuff. So I just gotta do it. I know. There you go. I have them all baggied up separately, and
so then do it.
I just gotta get to it and do it.
Well, and after the Horror Host Hall of Fame and appearances and all that, in September we're gonna be doing a lot of deep diving with trying to declutter and sort through things.
A mini break before October,
Yeah,
not a break.
Before the Halloween season.
So but we're looking forward to the Indianapolis thing and the event, the Horror Host Hall of Fame thing, and then and then we're just gonna gear up for the haunt season, our busy season. Mm-hmm. Do our appearance from Cinema Wasteland, of course. We're gonna do that. And Dark Xmas, is that what they're doing? Or is it called something else?
No, it's called Cleveland Collectible Toy Show or something like that. So we're doing I think 2 or 3 shows in the fall. Cinema Wasteland, Akron Comic Con. Oh, Louis is sleeping.
I hear him snoring.
Is he snoring?
He's sleeping against the our Ghouls Beatles lava lamp. That was owned by Ron Sweet, the Ghoul.
Louis just taking a nap in just a little bit over there.
He's doing his little Louis snore.
Yeah, he does a little cat snore, and it's adorable.
He woke up. So that's gonna be fun, and we need to. I don't know. Are we planning anything else to talk about as far as Mummy Monkey stuff or happening?
So there won't be a Mummy and the Monkey Harry Scary Hangout this week.
Oh, that's right.
Because we're doing an appearance.
Yeah.
But we will have a show the week after, so that'll be what, like August 28th?
Almost the end of the freaking month.
It'll be at the end of the month. Yeah.
This
And
year,
then
though, man, it is going by.
Gosh, in a few
so
weeks, it's
gosh-
September already.
Gosh darn. I know. It's almost
Way
time for
too fast.
Halloween and Thanksgiving. And
I
crap.
love fall.
I love it too. But
Yeah, I like summer for a little bit, but then when you get to August, I'm
Yeah.
ready for fall.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's too muggy.
Yeah, but you know, we still got to. You got to think about what's going on in the world and
Yeah,
realize,
it could be. We are very lucky where we are in the Midwest, because in other parts of the states, the weather's very extreme.
between the weather and then the horrible, like, you know,
The fires and
disasters
everything
like that.
and-
Yeah, I mean that. You know,
Yeah.
who knew? I mean, so you know, we just seem to be in that. You know,
Yeah,
if
we are
you
very
have-
grateful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd sweat any day to have to deal with something like
This is
Hawaii.
true.
They had to deal with. you know.
Yeah, so, yeah, the poor
Craziness.
people of Maui.
My God, you know, so it's not so bad when you think about it. You know, just go with that. Well, you know, better than some, worse than others.
And Bargain Baron says, summer always flies by for us because we're so busy with the vlog.
Yeah, those guys, just insane with what they do. I like.
Bobby
what they do.
says, darn, I was going to have you do a birthday shout out for next Monday. Oh, whose birthday is it, Bobby?
Yeah, just let us know.
Is it your birthday coming up? Is yours in September or August?
Yeah, we'll do a belated one. You know, we'll do it.
Yeah, we could do a belated birthday or a birthday shout out early. Right now if you want.
Yeah. Happy birthday to whoever.
Oh, his birthday's coming up. That's awesome.
Okay, yeah.
Very cool.
Oh, no, we don't want to go to the Hall of Fame. We'll just do a show Friday and forget about going out there. Just
Oh. Well, happy birthday, Wiki
Yes.
Bobby. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
dear
dear
Bobby.
Bobby.
Happy birthday to you. Woohoo!
and many more. Yeah, we'll you know, we can do a belated shout out the next week. But yeah, you know, interesting.
And Jack is meowing in the background.
I know, if you can hear that, that's
He
not a
hears
Halloween
us-
record.
Yeah, our cat Jack, he's a big scaredy cat. He hears us talking
He thinks we're talking to
and
him,
thinks we're talking to him.
calling him or whatever.
So then he'll meow
But he won't come over here. He'll
like,
just
hey, come to me and pet me.
cower under the table there. Like,
Yeah, but he doesn't like, he has his like little safe space and he doesn't like to,
he's a millennial.
no, more like Gen Z.
Whatever. Who has a safe space? Is that not millennial?
Oh, I don't know.
That's
I'm,
a safe
I'm,
space?
I'm technically an elder millennial.
Are you a Zoomer?
No,
Gen Z?
I am not a Gen Z.
I'm a Boomer.
We're just kidding.
Labels. I love them.
I don't like labeling things.
No.
But yeah, so Mummy and the Monkey. Yeah, we're just like,
Who
you
are
know,
they?
trying to get everything put together for the shows coming up, and you know, trying to find more movies,
Yeah.
and talking with indie filmmakers. Maybe we could show some more indie films in the future.
Yeah, and like I said, what's nice about that too is that because I know that there is, and there still probably is. I know there still is some sort of I don't know, not a rift, but like you know, a different light on people that are hosts that are on the internet exclusively, as opposed to being on a network television show. But
Oh,
you know,
we talk about that all the time. I get tired.
but like
of
a
it.
band, I mean, are you
Honestly,
not?
I get really
You
tired
know,
of
wasn't
it.
Metallica a good band before they got signed? You know,
There's
they were still Metallica.
there are so
Not that we're Metallica.
To sum it up, there's still a lot of old school people who have that old school antenna television mentality. And there's nothing wrong with watching old school antenna television.
No.
We do too. From time to time, we watch Svengoolie sometimes and some other stuff.
Sure.
But we watch a ton of stuff on YouTube. We watch
God.
other YouTubers like the Bargain Barons. We watch Mr. Malto,
Yeah.
who's on YouTube and Facebook.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
a liberating thing about
There's a lot of stuff that you can watch online. and
about
there's-
the internet is that it allows. It doesn't. You're not filtered. You are filtered, but the filter's much bigger because it's not a bunch of people arbitrarily, no matter depending on what state you're in or what county,
Yeah.
figuring out what is going to be on their station. You know, it's just, hey, as long as you abide by, you know, go for it. You abide by the rules and regs of YouTube, let's say.
Right.
Then you can do your thing. And I like that. I like to see, because there's more talented people out there than what you're allowed to, what you can see, let's say, on a network. You know, I mean, you're just seeing those picks. But what
Yeah.
about other people that have great ideas too? They just, you know, haven't made that cut.
Albert says the indie movies that you guys have shown so far have been pretty decent.
People love them. I'm surprised.
Cool.
Not that I'm surprised, but I think it's great because that's why we showing them, because we like them too.
And Sears James says, good, it's not only us that thinks summer went by too fast.
Everything's going by fast.
Yeah, it seems to just go by fast some times of
So
the year.
have fun while you can.
Yes.
So yeah. So anyway, I was relating this to the Horror Host Hall of Fame. So to be included into that, it's not like it says this is exclusively for network type shows.
Well, and you have to think a lot of those networks have their own streaming services.
And they do now. Yeah.
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 It's changed really fast in the past 20 years. With online streaming, with people being able to make their own content and having a platform.
Yeah.
They could get on their soapbox on the internet and make videos about going to yard sales.
Do whatever they want.
Dumpster diving or dressing in character and pretending it's Halloween every day like we do.
Yeah. So so thanks to the Hall of Fame for recognizing other horror hosts and entertainers that aren't, that's not one of the qualifications, is that you have to be. It could have been easily if they wanted to be that way.
So there's some Gen Xers here. Mr. Molto says he's a boomer. Connie and Ron and Denise say they are Gen X. Bargain Barons are Gen X.
Yep. Gen. Oh, okay.
Yes, I am an elder millennial.
I'm Gen X, right? Because
you are Gen X.
Yeah, I'm not a boomer.
No, you're not a boomer.
Boomers before me.
Boomer is
the
like
hippies.
Boomer is like
60s.
our moms.
Yeah.
That's their
age.
I'm
I'm Gen Xer.
Yeah.
Which sounds cool.
People in their 60s and 70s now are boomers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I think.
The generation before me.
I think that's how that
boomers.
works.
Yeah, they're baby boomers. That's what.
But Mr. Molto, he's like ancient because he's, the Grim Reaper.
The character is, yes.
Yeah.
But the man portrays him. But yeah, so it'd be good to meet up with some old friends and put them friendships.
Yeah.
Friends and friendships.
It'll be fun to see friends.
Yeah, it'll be a great time.
And it's been fun chatting with our internet friends and strangers.
Yeah. I wonder if anyone will show up from that watches the show.
Maybe if they're in the area. Yeah. We do have some Indiana fans.
Yeah. Too bad because Paul Rubens was supposed to be there too, but I guess that's not going to happen.
That made me sad.
I didn't even know that till he passed away. That he was going to be at he was supposed to.
He was supposed to be at Horror Hound because I saw him on the site like a few weeks before I heard he passed.
But
and I'm like, oh well, maybe we could get his autograph and meet him.
He bowed out before he passed away.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I guess they let everyone know that he had that he was going to be appearing that.
Because I grew up with Pee-wee's Playhouse and those that kind of stuff from the 80s and
terrific show.
Oh, Pee-wee's Playhouse is such a cute show. I loved it as a kid, and I loved it when our niece and nephew were visiting us, and our niece got hooked on Pee-wee's Playhouse when she was little. That was really cute.
See, if I was at porn theater, he got busted, I would have changed the name of the porn theater to Pee-wee's Playhouse. Be like, that's it. This is gonna be great. Boom.
What he did there, that's private. That's his own business.
I'll say.
That was separate from the show. You know what I mean? Jeez. I don't think he was a bad person.
No,
I mean, how many people...
What do you think they do in those theaters?
How many people have watched content like... I mean, I don't want to get into that.
Everybody. That's a silly thing. But he just...
That's a private thing. That had nothing to do with the show he was on. Yeah.
Like, how about everybody else in there that was probably,
Yeah.
doing that? They didn't bust them. Did they bust them too? Excuse me, sir. Just put that on. I don't know.
Anyways. Yeah, I was sad to hear that he passed away.
Yeah.
And that he was sick for so long.
Rest in peace, Paul Rubens.
So, Paul Rubens was a great actor.
He did the impossible. I mean, you know how hard it is to create how it is to create a character and do something, with it that's legendary and iconic.
Yeah.
He did it, Elvira did it, and they were in the same comedy.
Yeah, and the Pee-wee movies were fun.
They're brilliant.
Those were really fun.
That first one is like someone said that's my favorite Tim Burton movie is Pee-wee's
Big Adventure.
So good.
It's such a fun movie.
It's so bizarro in its own thing.
Yeah.
And there's no Tim Burton really in it. There might be something that's striped in there.
There is a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of hint of Tim Burton in there.
What he does in every movie, but it's not Burton-y Burton. It's got it's more Pee-wee than Burton.
Bargain Baron says, hard to believe he was 70. He didn't look 70. No,
That's right.
You could tell, like, he tried to take care of himself. He looked he still looked youthful. Like,
except for the duck lips he got. It was not good.
Except he, was sick and
duck lips.
I guess he kept that private for years, that he had cancer.
That he keeps private, but then he goes into a porn theater. It doesn't make, the guy was inconsistent. I love him. God love him, but...
Oh, poor Pee-wee.
Did he scream like that when they busted him?
I don't know. I didn't know. I just.
And when they said, "Hey, Pee Wee,"
Look, enough of that. Enough of that.
Well, why do they?
Now he's getting really.
Not sure why they call you Pee Wee, actually.
Jeez. Well, of course he has that character name, and then he got busted for that. So that was really. It was funny. Pee-wee. But
I don't know.
You know,
but you know, look.
We're just joking, guys. Yeah.
We love the guy, so I mean, and all he did, he was a pretty cool dude.
Toy Painter 1 says tickets are sold out for the convention. Wow, it's gonna be that busy.
Gonna be huge.
That is a huge convention center.
Dang.
Yeah. So that's gonna be interesting.
Be ready for some hijinks.
That's a big convention too. A lot of people, a lot of cool costumes.
Can't
I
wait.
think the last time we went to Horror Hound, I was really impressed by the amount of people who dress in character. Like
yeah, it's nutty.
And how elaborate the costumes are.
I remember the last time we went to the one in Cincinnati, that second day was crazy.
Yes, you couldn't even walk through some of the hallways. It was so crowded.
And I remember being there like a year before that, or a year or two before that last one we went to, which was a bunch of years ago.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. It was like, there were a lot of people.
No, but it's
we
really
noticed the
built up.
difference. Yeah, so.
that convention is really built up huge.
No, it's a good con. I mean, they got, you know.
They get some big name people, and people save up to go there and
they do
plan it ahead of time.
And they're doing something right, I guess. So, you know. But yeah, it's we haven't been in a while, so it shall be legendary. Mm-hmm. It shall be legendary, guys.
So. All right, so I guess we'll wrap it up here in a few.
Yeah, I have to fart, so let's go.
You have to fart?
Yeah, I'm trying to save you.
Oh no!
Yeah, I don't want you to have to experience it.
All right, guys. Well, I think we have to call it.
Ruin your appetite.
I think we have to end the
we're gonna
podcast
get food,
so he doesn't like
ruin your appetite.
So
we're gonna get something to eat, right?
Yeah, go outside and fart.
I can hold it.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you for joining our podcast. If you catch the replay, that's cool too. You can always comment later if you missed it live. And we will have some more like vlogs and some other videos uploaded in the future as well.
Oh yeah, and tell them about the becoming a channel member.
And if you would like to become a channel member, it's only $2.99 a month. You can click join on the YouTube channel. When you click our channel.
We're going to the.
No.
Hey, we're starting to share the movie.
We're starting it 2 weeks early.
I'm trying to find our stills. I wonder if it'll pop right up now.
There's our tease. Yeah, there it is. Become a monster member of our channel, and you just click the little join button if you like. If not, that's cool too. Just click the thumbs up.
Yeah, it's just if you want extra content, because Janet's been doing a good job actually of uploading a lot of weird stuff we find, whether it's Mummy Monkey related or weird stuff we find. I did find a stack of VHS tapes too with who knows. There's stuff written on them like movies, but I don't know. There could be other weird stuff on there.
Yeah, so for channel members, we'll upload from about once or twice a week. We're going to upload a new video where it could be like a behind the scenes Mummy and the Monkey video, or it could be like stuff we find on old VHS tapes, like found footage.
We don't know until we know, and then you'll know.
Yeah, like old commercials and things like that. It's fun. It's just a little bit extra as a thank you for you guys becoming a member.
Yes.
So, okay, guys, we're gonna go get eat some food and
Arby's.
Arby's.
Arby's, dear.
Maybe an Arby's sandwich.
And
we'll let you go. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you.